Okay. Hello, Gia.
Hello, Keisha. We still don't know if we can talk over the
Yeah,
countdown.
yeah. I think it starts recording immediately.
Really?
it's just
Uh,
we're the ones who are 5 seconds behind.
we're we're there's a time warp continuum blip somewhere.
Yes,
There,
somewhere
yeah.
where our brains fell out, and this is
Okay, are we
what we're
ready?
left with. Hello, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary! Can I drink some of my martini now?
Yeah, I have a Cosmo, and it's in a lovely Fiestaware mug.
Well, see, that was what I was faced with. I was like, I
Yeah.
do not want to drink a cocktail out of a coffee cup
No, I
or, you
understand.
know, a pottery mug or something. It just didn't seem right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I
um,
get it.
yeah. So I had just the loveliest shopping trip this morning. But here I go. Okay. Dum dum dum.
Did you make that a dirty martini?
Ooh!
I feel like
Wow.
I'm already drunk.
Um, it's not dirty. I decided I'd try it clean.
Clean,
I don't
sure.
know if that's the terminology.
I don't know either. I
So
can't correct you on that kind of thing.
yeah, it has three tiny olives, so
Okay, that's
it has
nice.
that. But I decided if I want to make it dirty, I can add the dirt.
Oh, now I feel
But I think,
uncomfortable
are you
immediately.
uncomfortable? I'm a little
Yeah.
uncomfortable because the glass is very cold.
I wish my glass
Mm,
was colder. I my liquor my liquor
your
had been
liquor.
sort of
Yeah.
stashed in a cabinet, and I realized I needed to get it cold. So
Oh
I
yeah, I
have
put mine in the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that earlier today, and it's cold, but I wish it was like ice cold. So I have Cosmo mix combined with vodka, and I
So you
did
you cheated a little bit then, is
I
what you
did,
did.
Gia, because I couldn't find like the Contro or whatever it is you're supposed to add to
Oh,
vodka.
yeah.
Yeah, I went into like one of those state border liquor stores, in
Yeah.
in hopes of finding all the ingredients I would need, and I was welcomed by this like very, very dense fart cloud. So I couldn't even make a full lap of the store. I had to leave.
Did you say what I think you said?
A
What did
fart
you just
cloud,
say?
Gia. That's not the liquor talking. It was, it
Like,
was,
my
it
hearing
was.
is bad, but
And
that's
I grew up with
weird.
four brothers and a dad. They were all,
Yeah,
quite
that's pretty.
flatulent. So
Yeah.
this was like life threatening. And then like I heard this voice in the shadows say hello, and it was like, yeah, it's goodbye,
Well,
buddy.
that's like I was a little disappointed in my liquor store experience this morning.
Yeah.
But yours tops it. Just because I was
Yeah. I'm sorry.
excited.
I didn't know it was a
Yeah.
contest, but that's not a
Well,
contest I really
I
wanted
didn't.
to win.
Yeah. No, I mean, there was no flatulence involved in my trip, but I was excited to. You know how I am. I'm
Yeah.
vulnerable to the lore of. And so I thought we'd have a good conversation about what I should. I was going to consult the guy or woman
Sure,
who,
sure. Like,
you
yeah,
know,
everything you would need
and
for this ritual.
yes, because I don't know what vermouth is, so I don't know where to find it. So I'm asking where
Okay.
that is. And then there's
Yeah.
two kinds. There's sweet and there's dry. And I'm like,
Oh,
I,
uh huh.
I, I said, which do I want if I'm just making a classic martini? He's like, I don't know, Google it. I was like,
That's life in the 21st century.
it's like, right, I could Google it, but I thought
Mhm.
maybe you'd kind of, I didn't say that. I won't.
Ironically, you're always asking your egg things.
I
And
know,
the
but I
one
just thought,
time you
well,
didn't.
I know. I mean, honestly, I've been in liquor stores maybe like three times in my life
Yeah,
because,
because you're a beer girl mostly.
yeah, because I'm mostly a beer drinker. I don't know. Could I
Hmm.
have gotten these things in the grocery store? Probably. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Not every state serves hard liquor and stuff, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
how
right. Maybe
Florida
this
is.
one, but
Yeah.
I don't either. It's a mess.
Anyway,
But
but
anyway, I came out with my ingredients. I think I did all right. I got
okay.
Tanqueray
Tanqueray.
gin.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
which is
Yeah.
pretty. Wasn't the most expensive, but wasn't the
Hmm.
cheapest.
Right. Right. Yeah. You don't want cheap gin, I don't
And
think.
the dry vermouth. And then I improvised. I didn't have a shaker, but I used like the thing that comes with your blender that you're supposed to put your smoothies into,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh.
kind of. And I did,
Nice.
shake it over your shoulder and everything. Now, okay, so we're supposed to talk about General Hospital,
Yeah.
but
But we
We
are we are commemorating our 1 year anniversary plus 1 day. Um,
of not of being married because we are not married to each
ri-
other,
right.
but
Although some think we make a hot couple.
yeah, but some people were disappointed that we weren't married, but
Right.
it's the anniversary of our podcast, which who
Who
would have
knew?
thought? Yeah, I
I
mean,
know.
if,
I guess that
again,
doesn't
I
mean it's good. It just
no,
means it's
no,
still here.
I just mean that if we'd had this kind of stick to itiveness with
Anything
anything,
else? Yeah.
anything like we be ultra marathoners or
That's a
co-
good one, Gia. Are you sure this is your first martini?
yeah,
Ultra
or
marathoners.
or you know what I'm saying? If we'd applied ourselves, we could be like
Yeah.
co-presidents, like Terry
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Terry and Britt.
Britt.
Yeah.
We could be
Yeah.
co-presidents of
Yeah.
something,
That's
and
right. Yeah. But well,
we're co-presidents
you
of this
have some
podcast.
stick to itiveness because you've become quite a good harp player. You're singing,
Aw,
you're playing the
aw.
washboard thing, and
Oh, that's very badly, but it looks good.
does
But
it?
yeah, yeah. I guess I mean if we had stick-to-itiveness in things that were valued or rewarded monetarily,
Oh,
um,
uh-huh.
or I guess, or in fitness goals or something. I don't know,
Something that
something. But I
would have made
feel
our parents
rewarded.
proud, maybe. But your dad's very proud of you.
Oh yeah, yeah. They came
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
They had to. They kind of had to. I feel rewarded by this podcast.
I feel
Uh,
rewarded when we hear from our lovely listeners because it
yeah,
really
yeah. And you
it's
sent
super
me a nice
nice.
picture of somebody wearing their Tano t-shirt, and it looked
Yeah,
so
so they really
great.
exist, people, and
Yeah,
she wore it out in public, it looked like, so she wasn't ashamed of it.
yeah.
So, if anybody is still feeling shy about requesting one, please overcome your shyness. Maybe
I
have a
need to.
beverage if that's what it takes. And
Yeah,
then email us at a table at the tano at gmail.com and we'll talk to you about t shirts.
it's occurring to me as I sip this drink that it is completely composed of alcohol.
Mine isn't, but I have such a low tolerance that, and actually, maybe I did put it's supposed to be 1 part vodka to 3 parts Cosmo mix, and I might have been a little
You
generous
might
with
have
the
been a
one
little
part.
heavy-handed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
very
Well.
sweet, and I'm afraid I'm
Whew.
going to be quite hungover tomorrow.
Oh goodness. Well, take a day off. Um, I don't remember why. I
While we're
remember we
here,
chose. Yeah, no, the what was the significance of the Cosmo? I think I brought it up, but
yeah,
who
I
was
think
drinking
so.
Cosmos?
Was Ava drinking a Cosmo at some
I
point?
can't imagine.
I know
Never.
she's definitely a martini girl, but
Was it a girls' night
somebody was
out with like maybe it was
maybe when they were at the
maybe
Savoy.
yeah maybe it was like with the Brit and Maxie
Yeah,
or something.
maybe,
Or
but
was it Britt and Brad? Remember they had a like
maybe
a
when they
maybe
had
that
their
was
fun
it.
night.
Yeah.
Could have
We haven't
been. But
seen Brad in a
anyway,
while.
it came
Okay.
from somewhere.
Mhm.
Let's just say that. And it's so hot here that it is nice to have a cold beverage, but I don't think I should be chugging it like I
Do
want
you
to.
like cold beverages like G Love?
Who do you think you're talking to right now?
Are you a G Love fan? I
Uh,
found G Love like 15 years after he was a thing and I'm like, "Oh my
yeah.
god, who is this? I love this."
Sometimes in my head, I think of you as G Love because you're Gia,
Yeah?
and that's my
Oh,
like
okay. All
little
right.
nickname for you in my head,
Well, anyway, he's got that great
whatever that
song
means.
about he likes cold beverages.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A whole song about it and it's pretty good.
Sure.
Mm.
Somebody had to write a song about cold
This
beverages.
martini's delicious. Um,
We're in
okay.
trouble. Okay,
Now,
can we start with
oh,
Friday? Would that be
we
all right?
can, but you're gonna have to remind me
I
completely. I
know.
mean, I
I
feel like
know.
I've been at this Quartermain picnic for about a month.
I know.
Is that
I think yeah, it's been a very exciting how many
it
three
has been. It's
episodes.
been
It's been a real
honestly
soap
like
opera.
yeah, but it's been like at first I was like, this is the weirdest picnic, but it's kind of
Yeah.
surreal and Twin
Yeah.
Peaksy, and I
Uh-huh.
I've grown fond of it. These weird little
Yeah.
vignettes we're getting.
Right. Everybody you can't tell where everybody is in relation to each other really.
No, no, they're
And then
spread out.
they're
And
spread
yeah.
out, and then as we know, hospital lately with the continuity and the time, they don't seem to be very careful with that. So we don't know like how soon after Ava was stabbed or whatever did when did Elizabeth's cut show up on her head, things like that.
Right, right. But we've got a real humdinger of a who done it coming
We
on
sure do,
here.
because yeah, of course they were setting up everybody to have some sort of axe to grind, right?
Right, right. Yeah.
Well, not
Um,
everybody, but the usual
pretty much.
suspects. Yeah.
Probably Comet is in the clear, but maybe not.
Cause I know, did you like all the distant whinnying?
Yeah.
Wasn't that authentic seeming?
Yeah. But
But
okay, you want to back up to Friday, so
yeah,
remind
I
me,
want to
what do
back
you want
up
to?
to when Nicholas and Ava are having their argument, I guess at the Quartermain mansion, right? They're inside the
Yeah,
house.
they've just busted in the house, and she was going to fix herself a drink, just kind of help
Yeah,
herself. Just,
nice how
yeah.
everybody seems to want to just go into the house as if,
Yeah.
that's just open to everybody. So then, of course, Ava said what she said, and Nick and Spencer was behind her. And I think you can argue that she didn't know or expect Spencer to be there
No.
because they weren't at Windermere, right? They were at the
That was
Quartermains.
yeah, that was weak writing because
Yes.
that becomes his
Right.
axe to grind. But it was totally
Exactly.
weak writing. It was totally
Yeah.
manufactured. They could have done better than that.
And I felt that was the
Am I
case a
slurring
lot.
yet? They could have
I,
done better than that.
I feel like even us after one beverage could have
I
done
know
better
it's
than
pretty
that.
bad.
If
Yeah.
they would just let us have a look at the script, just for an hour, I think we could clean up some of this stuff.
Yeah, because even Nicholas, I felt like, he was like sort of putting it on, like trying to act like he was angry, like, oh, this is so Ava. And so, it's like, well,
Well, yeah,
obviously,
completely threw her under the bus. I mean,
yeah, it
completely,
was,
thoroughly.
yeah, that was weak. That was weak.
I didn't know if there was some way to explain that without it being weak writing. Like, was he like so devastated by what he knew was going to be this
Ah,
second
don't
loss?
don't twist yourself into a
I
pretzel.
know
It's
that's
just
what I was
just
trying, because
weak
I know writing
writing.
is hard, and I know we've had some
It is hard,
fantastic
and that's
writing,
why
but
we quit. But
and we know the hospital writers are capable of very good writing, so maybe that's why this is a
yes,
little disappointing. And it was such a significant moment that I feel like Spencer's lines
yeah,
really could
yeah,
have been like incredible, and there was
yeah.
just a lot of editing I would have done,
Yep, yep. Yeah.
so
I mean,
anyway.
I feel like they were just trying to, like we said a minute ago, that to get everybody, turn everybody into a suspect, and that was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
they
Hmm.
assigned that one to their new writer or something, and
Right,
that
the
was,
intern.
they were like, oh, like
Yeah,
that'll do,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Right, just a
Um,
rough draft, and then they're ready to film.
yeah, yeah. So that was bad. But okay, what else on
Yeah.
Friday?
Well, that was the main thing. The fallout after that. I was like, we were asking ourselves before, like, how did we think Spencer was going to react? And I think one of the
Oh,
things that was
yeah,
missing for me was why
with his
was he
arms.
well, yeah, he wasn't acting as powerfully with his arms. That's number one. But I guess they get tired like everything else. But also when he was, giving Nicholas's speech and everything, it seemed like he didn't really explain really why that act hurt him, since he was over Esme. And it felt like, I mean,
Well,
I know it's a
yeah,
betrayal and it's
it's
just
a
not done, but
betrayal. It
he
was more
he didn't
about,
say, yeah, he didn't say some of the things that I think he should have said, like just
yeah, it was more about Nicholas and
yeah,
the betrayal, not Esme.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I knew that he was going to be dramatic about it and
Mhm.
hold it against his
Yeah,
father forever. And
yeah. Mhm.
I liked how he went and got snocker faced all
Yeah,
around. But I
yeah.
thought they needed to make him less attractive during that, because and I know, in reality,
Mhm.
a drunk young adult does not
Yeah.
remain cute and clean and all.
Right.
They
And they don't
they
throw up, on a bush where nobody can see it. They throw up on
Yeah,
like your
like
bed
on themselves,
or the
or
back
yeah,
of your head.
yeah, somebody's shoe, or yeah,
Yeah, yeah, like a
yeah,
famous vase or something in the Quartermain mansion, and they're not.
yes,
Yeah,
something, yeah, yeah,
you
and they
know.
get nasty looking, and yeah,
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 or they break
but
something, yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and it felt
but
like
he did
every
a pretty good
time
job.
Victor appeared, and it just felt like he never really added much to many of the scenes he was in.
You
I
need
didn't
to
think.
get on board with Victor. I'm
I know. I'm sure eventually I will because, as we know, I'm kind of easy when it comes to being worn down by these
You're
people.
easy in a lot of ways, is what I've
Oh,
heard.
thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's the gin talking, probably.
probably.
It might be talking the rest of the night. Uh, I don't know why, but I'm liking Victor. I'll tell you what's going on is that I think Spencer has revitalized the Cassadine storyline for me,
I guess a bit.
and
I guess a
he's
bit. Yeah.
bringing Victor with him, and I feel like we're getting away from the like, machine that freezes the earth
Right.
and
Right. All the nonsense. Yeah.
silly, yeah, the silly gadgets and
Hmm.
castle kind of stuff. I mean, they're still in a castle or whatever, but
Yeah.
um, I
I
I
just don't
like
like.
Victor manipulations, and
Oh
I like
yeah, there's so much manipulating between.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's couldn't be more full of it than Victor is.
I enjoyed the conversation between Spencer and Victor today. That was
Yeah,
today, I
that
guess.
was well, that seemed much sharper actually, and it wasn't just because
Yeah.
Spencer had sobered up. It just felt like it was like tighter writing, kind of,
Yeah. And once again, I just feel like Spencer and Ava can go toe to toe.
Yeah,
Spencer and Victor
yeah.
can go toe to toe. Like
Hmm.
Nicholas is like the boob in the family now. That
Well, yeah,
you
that was
know,
the
yeah,
most true thing Spencer said was when he accused Nicholas of just not thinking, and that was like,
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
it. And
exactly.
and
Yeah.
what do you do with someone who's
Well,
not
little
capable of
Nicholas was
thinking?
doing the thinking. But
Little Nicholas. But I think also Nicholas, and it's I feel like a bit of a hypocrite because we love the old Nicholas. It took me a long time to come on board with the new Nicholas, and
well, and the thing is,
I do like him
I
now, but he is a different character.
he's a different character, and I like him so much outside of this. The stuff he
Yeah,
and Maurice do, and the
yeah,
others
yeah,
in their Instagram and everything. The guy is hysterical.
yeah. He
Um,
and but he has such sort of a nice, like, innocent kind of face.
he does, yeah, yeah. But I guess we need to just get used to people changing. We got to get used to Drew,
Ugh,
new
not
Drew.
not gonna happen yet,
They
but
call him
yeah,
they call him Sunny Drew on one of the pages, which is kind of
huh?
accurate. Sunny
Yeah.
Drew, as opposed to like brooding Billy that was Drew
Yeah,
before,
yeah, which yeah, he was much better. But anyway, yeah, I feel like this Nicholas, I mean, it's just partly just because of how he looks that he doesn't look capable really of any, like, great,
intrigue or
yeah,
yeah,
like, or
yeah.
anything really very evil or complicated.
Yeah, yeah. He's
So,
I mean, and in some ways maybe he's appropriate or kind of perfect to be Ava's
yeah,
lapdog.
right, right. Yeah.
Like she could put him in a purse, kind of like like
Yeah,
a toy
like a
toy
little,
poodle or something.
yeah, a
Yeah.
little doggy. Yeah.
That would be a fun little fantasy. Oh, that reminds me of one of my favorite moments.
I know, I know, I
What?
know.
You know?
Valentine and cornhole.
Yes. Oh my god. I've almost forgot about it. That was awesome. That was awesome.
It was pretty good. Yeah. And when
These
those
like
little
more
bean
surreal moments
bags
at
hit
the
him, it
yeah,
looked like he
yeah,
actually felt it.
yeah. That was great. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but it reminded me of a Tom Petty video.
Uh
Which
huh.
one? There's like a surreal one where it's kind of like Alice
The
in
Alice in
Wonderland or something.
Wonderland. Yeah. Is that Don't
Yeah,
Come Around Here
maybe it's Don't Come
No
Around Here.
More?
Yeah, it had that
Yeah.
vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I wish they could have taken that a little further. Like, go ahead
Yeah.
and
Yeah, because it seemed like it was all a little abrupt and awkward when Maxie came up, and
yeah, they should have had her like flinging things at Austin's head or something
yeah,
next.
or yeah. Yeah, so let's see, getting to some of the other areas that were unpleasant. There was the Austin Mason thing again, where
That got intimate.
it did get intimate, yes, and not in a good way. Um,
That Mason guy, like the new scumbag in town.
yeah,
I was trying to think what other part that guy could play. I don't think he, I think he's typecast. He's got to be a
yeah, you don't
scumbag.
think we're gonna come around on Mason?
Oh, I might come around, but I was thinking if he went to another, show or something, he'd still have
Yeah,
to be a
he
bad
still
guy
have to
or
be
something.
that guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, I
he's
don't. We don't have any idea what Maxie's thinking, but the original, like, smart, savvy Maxie would sense immediately that there was something wrong with this
yeah,
guy.
danger. Yeah,
You know.
yep.
Yeah.
And not be
So
like, oh, come to this picnic. The
yeah.
more the
So
merrier. Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
little
Once
bit.
again, just convenient writing that like
Mm-hmm.
just to
Yeah,
move
like
a plot.
we're
Yeah,
allowed to just sort of forget about who a character is,
right,
in order
right.
for certain things to move along. Um, One of the things
Yeah.
that made me very upset was,
Oh
of
my
course,
goodness.
Britt and Cody, and
Ugh.
the kiss, and that was just like way too much. I thought
It was I mean, everything between them is labored,
it's
and
so labored.
everything between them makes me feel like she's being sort of violated or forced
Yes,
into something.
yes, yes. I
Um,
think partly I was trying to figure out, like, why exactly that's the case, and I think especially with Brit, she's always been so matter of fact and honest, and blunt, So when she says no, you sort of believe she means it, And in this
yeah,
case, this guy
and
acts like she's just flirting with him.
yeah, and I think it just occurred to me that it would be an interesting storyline to take this in an abusive direction.
Mm-hmm.
Just a mentally abusive. It wouldn't have to be
Yeah.
physically abusive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
um, but just a controlling thing,
Yep.
like
I mean,
take it down.
because
I don't think that's what they're. I think they're being playful and flirty
and
to,
romantic, but
and
it's
romantic
such
for the
bullshit.
viewers. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think the viewers all feel like Brit's being taken down, and
Mm-hmm. Especially because he
it's
doesn't respect
uncomfortable.
anything she says. Like, if she doesn't want to talk
Yeah,
about her father or Peter, and who would, right? And he
yeah,
keeps bringing it up, like, he's just a real asshole.
yeah. I mean, they've done storylines before with abusive boyfriends, but
Mm-hmm.
um, more like physically abusive, haven't
Yeah.
they? Or am I thinking of other?
Yeah. No, they have. They have not much, but yeah, they
Uh,
have.
So that would be interesting if that's what this turned out to be. But it worries me that I think they think that this is what
Mm-hmm.
we want to see as love in the
Yeah.
afternoon, and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's making me cringe, and it's making me
Mm-hmm.
like kind of feel bad in the pit of my stomach.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
Like, I couldn't really watch it, Like, I kind of had to, like, distract myself.
and in a parallel, not as
Mhm. Yeah.
icky,
Yeah.
not as icky, but
Right.
just forced feeling is,
Uh-huh.
of course, Drew and Carly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Mhm.
it's just I don't know. It's like it was inevitable. We knew that was going to happen right when they brought him on the
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Will we come around
Mhm.
on them like we've come around on everybody else? I don't know.
I don't know either. I Not yet, cuz he seems like a smarmy bastard now, He doesn't seem like he's nothing like the old Drew. The old Drew wouldn't have, like, maneuvered his way in close to somebody like that. You know what I mean?
Yet I don't think it would have made like wiener grilling jokes either.
No, no. And even, like, when they were being questioned by the police, him in Brooklyn, he was kind of acting like very nonchalant, like that wasn't serious, And
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think he has feelings about Ava either way, but it seems like he would have taken the whole situation a little more
Well, he was
seriously.
so overwhelmed with lust for Carly, he had to get
Yeah,
back to her.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't
There
know.
was another
I'm not.
situation too where I felt like the woman's feelings weren't being trusted. I don't know. Maybe, I guess it's Elizabeth. Maybe.
Oh, with Finn, the endless Elizabeth
Yeah,
Finn
yeah,
discussion.
yeah.
He's gonna
Even though,
he's
like, I think they're both
gonna
kind of in the wrong,
yeah.
it still seems
Yeah, I
like,
mean, I've got a little more sympathy for him because um what would you do in that situation when
yeah,
obviously somebody's having
yeah,
a mental breakdown
right,
of some kind, and
right,
how are you
yeah,
supposed to, you keep saying you're
mm-hmm,
just going to respect their what
mm-hmm,
boundaries or whatever, and they get worse. And
yep. Just watch them crash and burn.
yeah, yeah. I don't see how Elizabeth, but like, I'm sorry, I'm shifting, but
Okay.
how would Elizabeth, what would Elizabeth's motive for hurting Ava be? Because they're setting her up too.
I know. I was thinking only because when she gets into those like
A
detached
fugue.
moments where, yeah, thank you, a fugue, where
Mhm.
she's like back in that place where she's a kid and it looks like she's going to
Oh,
push
maybe
someone
it's like
down the
she's gonna.
stairs or something,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Okay, right. Yeah,
So I don't know. That's all I could think there, but that seems a little unlikely that she would have the strength to
yeah.
wield anything.
Like that boat hook or what
Yeah.
was that? Was that
Yeah,
like
it's like to
like
was
a
it like
fish
to
grappler or
grab a
something?
fish? Yeah, I guess there's
Is it
big
a
fish
grapple?
in their
A
like lake or
grappler.
whatever. I don't know. But
There are a lot of them. Didn't the
there were
Quartermaines go out
in my head I
fish
was thinking how
grappling?
many of those do you need at any given time? Two maybe?
Well, I kind of thought initially, I thought, was that like for like, like
Oh yeah.
ice
Yeah, I
harvesting,
don't
or
think so.
the
I
probably
don't think so. Nah.
that's the main still in me, I guess,
Yeah,
thinking
I
about.
think that looks more like a big like caliper or something.
Yeah, all right. All
Yeah,
right.
but
Well,
I'm
they were
not
bright
sure.
and shiny and clean, like something used a
They were
lot. But,
clean, yes.
at
Or
least if it's
never.
clean, there'll be less infection for Ava.
Well,
But
that's true. That's you see, you're a real glass half full person, Gia. That's
I've been a
great.
little more positive lately.
That's
I don't know what it
beautiful.
is. It might be the gin or the vermouth.
It could be both. Yeah, it's
So
wonderful.
I'm having a classic dry martini,
Yeah.
um,
Did you
which
eat
I
the
went ahead
vermouth?
and put in the vermouth. And
Hmm.
apparently, if you want to like extra extra dry, like you just sort of wave the bottle of vermouth over the glass. You don't
Oh,
even put any
interesting.
in. You
Huh.
just sort of let it look at the glass.
Okay. Is
So
this who you
basically,
are
you're
now? Are you gonna
so
always be
basically
like
you're
talking
drinking
about martinis?
a glass of gin.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's what a martini is. It's like just
Gotcha. All right.
hold the vermouth. It's just gin.
Huh. So but if you put vermouth in, it's just gin and vermouth. That's it.
It's gin and vermouth. Yep.
Huh.
And well, if
Weird.
you want you can olives or a lemon twist. I
Uh
went with the
huh.
olives.
Okay.
But I mean, of course, there's a million now different frou-frou
Yeah. Right.
martinis,
Right.
but they're not
Okay.
real martinis. But I feel like this is
Hmm.
a Venn diagram, though, that where James Bond and Ava
Overlap quite
intersect. Yeah,
considerably.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I thought you were
And
going to
she's
talk about
cool.
you and me, but no. Still
Do we
no
have a
real
Venn
overlap.
diagram?
Well, I
I
do
don't know
like a
what the
gin and
overlap would
tonic
be.
occasionally, but I like a lot
Yeah,
of
I do too.
tonic. I pretty much
Yeah,
prefer just the tonic, I think.
I think that keeps you from getting malaria.
Yes, yes. So, its purpose is twofold.
Medicinal. I will admit that I went without alcohol for over 30 days. I did like a 30-day challenge.
Uh huh.
Um, and then the other night I was doing shots of tequila.
I did not see that coming. Well, of course, if you're gonna,
That's
you
how I
know,
came off
fall
my
off the
dry month.
wagon, yeah.
But I felt like it was kind of for health reasons because it's low carb.
I thought you meant like all the shots of tequila.
Right, they were low carb as opposed to
Oh,
if I'd
oh.
if I'd had it's healthier than a loaf of bread, right? You know.
I think the jury's still out on that.
Oh, I was working, and so I wanted to loosen up a little bit,
Sure,
and
because you're pretty uptight generally.
I am, and I, I
Nobody out there believes that right now.
I didn't want to start drinking beer, and so I was like, well,
Okay. Hmm.
yeah, So that's what I did, and it wasn't. It's all right. It's an okay thing to
Yeah.
do. I mean,
Yeah.
I
No
didn't even ask what.
consequences.
No, because it was over the course of a long night, so it
Okay.
was
Uh
fine.
huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, but you know,
Hmm.
it was like taking a couple Benadryl or something. It was all right.
Really? Okay. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a new drink out. Sorry, I'm just getting off on like substances that take you places, but um, I was offered, and okay, I drank some of this too. It was like a seltzer,
Was this the
seltzer that
same
was
night? Is it like one of those
no,
white
it's a
claws or
different night.
something?
No,
Different
it's like
night. Okay. All right.
it was
Feeling
a
a little bit like
seltzer.
Finn now. If only you had a
It was
sister I
a
could call.
it was a seltzer that has not THC, but I guess CBD, like the gummies or whatever, like a
Oh, uh huh.
small amount of,
Wow.
but no alcohol, and
What?
like a little tiny bit of fruit flavor. This was like a clementine.
And this is sold in places, or you just got it out of
I
somebody's van?
well, I think yeah, it was like that clown down in the gutter that's like, hey, no, I
Where did you
believe it
wake
was
up, Gia?
I believe
In
it
the
was
back
being
of a
sold.
windowless
It was
van.
it was the bartender, the nice girl that night, and she was offering me
Nice.
a
Uh-huh.
beverage, and I said, "Oh, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying, like, I'm not." She's like, "Well, this is a new thing that would work for keto," and so she,
She knows all the lines.
I know, like
Every one of you
the
people down there
buzzword.
is on keto.
I know we're all fat as pigs, um,
She's
but I didn't feel anything from that, so I don't know how many cases you have to drink of that.
okay.
But anyway, I'm just
Hmm.
telling you there's options. But it sounds like you're it sounds like you're good with the Cosmo.
I guess so. It is very sweet. Yeah. So
Too sweet. Maybe you should cut your those mixes. Like whenever I gotten
yeah.
like like a Tom Collins mix or a
Uh
margarita,
huh.
they're usually
Uh huh.
way too sweet. Like they
Yeah.
overdo.
Yeah. Uh
The
huh.
American diet, like they think they need to hook us with too much sugar, and
Sure. Yeah. That's not
the
going to work
sad. They call
here.
that the sad. Uh, all right, let's get back to General Hospital. Let's
Yeah.
see. So okay, so we don't like Cody still. We haven't come around.
No,
What? How you?
I feel like even worse than ever. I feel like that bears repeating. That was maybe the most disturbing scene so far between Cody and
Yeah,
Britt.
and I feel like I know we have limited time with Britt, who I really
Yep.
enjoy, and
Yeah,
now this is how we're
exactly.
going to spend it with this
And
ick.
now I want to say, like, run, be free, Britt. Go to prime
Oh,
time.
and we had the Cody, Felicia,
Oh yeah,
Mac,
Mac. Mac went to like the
Max.
Cam
Yeah,
Weber School of Acting, where he's just like,
yeah,
his face is like vibrating, and that's
yeah.
all.
Well, he hasn't had a lot of lines lately, so it probably was a bit of a
So
shock for him.
now we know how
Mm.
Jason used to feel when
Yeah,
he would
yeah.
just give a look.
Just
But
emote. Yeah.
yeah, but I wasn't really sure how to translate Mac's vibrating
Well,
face.
that he's realizing, or we're
Something
realizing,
that
that
he
he might
hasn't
be
said.
Cody's father. He might be
Yeah,
Cody's father, right? That's all that is.
yeah, I
Um,
guess so.
I thought, but Felicia's explanation of like, how would Dominique
Yeah.
have had a baby without knowing? And it's like,
Hmm.
well, there's lots of ways.
Oh, really? You wake up at the other end with like a loose
Yeah,
skin and some extra
yeah,
pounds, and like
yeah.
you're lactating, and you can't figure out why.
That happens all the time. Oh my God, the cat wants out again. Kitty cat. Mm.
Well,
Um,
you're probably a little bit tough to be around right now.
I probably am. I don't know if I told you, but as you know, I'm a novice washboard player, and
Yeah.
she's taken to. I've been practicing a lot lately with my
Hmm.
YouTube lessons, and she's taken to when I pick up the washboard now. She goes eck, 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 and she asks to go out in the, out in the out in the porch.
See if you put some earplugs down, if she can figure out how to insert them into her
Yeah, I'd
ears.
love to see that. Like, oh, poor kitty. Oh.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
Dear, dear.
okay, so we had a little bit of that. I thought Felicia did kind of a good job. She didn't get too
Yeah.
Betty Boop.
Right, right.
Um,
Yeah, and that is just her way. So yeah,
I
once
know,
you
I
I
know,
know,
and
I
I love her.
Yeah, I
But
do too. But yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, sometimes
Um,
it's too much.
yeah. So we
Let's
did
see
have
who else.
some good stuff today, and I think yeah, probably the most strong part was Spencer talking to
It's
Victor.
Spencer on and on. I'm like Spencer for president, man. I
Yeah.
love how they're so they gave us a Spencer that was like the kind-hearted one that's in love with Trina that's doing the right thing. And then
Right.
they go back to showing us selfish, petulant,
Mm-hmm.
spoiled,
Yeah.
out for himself Spencer
Mm-hmm.
that's like kind of okay with even thinking that, like, Ava, whatever,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so they didn't like flip him 180 degrees and make him a brand
Mm-hmm.
new good person. He's still
Right.
Spencer and he's
Right.
still entitled and spoiled and looking out for
Mm-hmm.
number one and
Yep.
um, willing to throw his lot in with Uncle Victor's.
Yeah,
Uh,
which makes you realize how little he really understands Uncle Victor,
Well,
right?
I was thinking today, I had the thought today, like, maybe he understands Uncle Victor completely and he's
Maybe.
cool with that and he wants to be the next Uncle Victor.
Yeah, maybe. But when he mentioned like Stavros and Helena, as if those two like were as evil as it gets, it seemed like he could have lumped Victor in with them, probably.
Yeah, but he's
If he
so
really
dapper.
knew. What-
So, I think he's enjoyable. I like when he I like when he totters on a scene in his little natty outfits with his poofy little hair, you know.
Yeah, well, one of my favorite lines, actually, it wasn't his, but it was Valentine's. It was something like, "Give the woman her pickle."
Oh, the pickle scene. Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. There were so many scenes. Yeah. The Lucy pickle scene. Yeah, there was a
yeah,
lot of like single entendre going
yeah.
on
I know,
everywhere.
not even very clever. It's like,
No,
yeah,
just goofy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But kind of funny. Just, they probably have fun doing those
Yeah.
scenes.
Oh, the one other parallel I was going to draw between maybe it wasn't, maybe I'm just drunk now, but I was thinking about Sunny and Nina, where like Nina's acting like, oh, I don't want to go there. Nobody likes me. I don't want to go there. Okay, I'll go there, and
Oh, and the
then like
dessert
she's like,
thing.
I gotta
Yeah.
leave, and Sunny's like, no, don't leave, and she's like, but nobody likes me here, and he's like, no, stay. It just kind of feels like that, like those tug of wars. That one's different because it seems like she's willfully, playing into it.
Yeah, it's just tiresome.
It
I
is.
don't
It
know. They need to
is.
move on and just go do things together and be in a relationship. And I mean, I know
Yeah.
that's hard if the whole town is like against you, and so everywhere you
Hmm.
go, maybe they should move.
Maybe they
Um,
should move. Yeah.
but yeah, so we had a little bit of them. We had and today we had some nice, like we had the moments with Sunny and Carly in the kitchen being civil.
Yeah, that was
Um,
interesting. I thought it was
yeah,
like the
yeah.
beginning of something.
Right, which is
So
would be nice to
yeah,
see.
and I didn't.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I didn't know if there was some sort of significance to him taking her car. It seemed
Yeah,
like
I don't know. I just thought, was that just kind of like, they're moving on and starting to cooperate, or
yeah, or
I don't
I
know,
don't know. Yeah, it's a
or
little
something
odd.
ominous like there'll be a car bomb, or I don't
Well,
know.
you just
But
feel like nothing should be sort of like a throwaway line, right? Especially in
true,
in
that's
his
true. Yeah,
world. I don't
yeah,
know,
that's
but
true.
could be wrong.
I
Um,
don't know. Well, hopefully they'll move on and be a little more cooperative in.
hmm.
I don't know. I mean, you
Yeah,
probably have divorced people in your family. They seem to eventually move on and
yeah.
cooperate for children and grandchildren's sake.
Well, in this case, yeah, since their worlds are so intertwined, it seems like.
Although I will say, the divorced people in my family I know, they don't miss an opportunity to say something nasty after the
Yeah,
person's gone, but not to their
yeah,
faces anymore.
right.
Like it, but it.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yep.
Like the
And that
feelings don't seem to go away, but. Mm.
that blue coat just never went away though, did it?
No, the blue
Sonny's
coat. Like, hold my blue coat. Yeah, yeah,
now it's like, let
yeah.
me get my coat. Oh, come on, Sonny. Just leave it. It's
It's a
like,
very Florida-looking coat. It's like cabana wear, kind of. It
yeah,
looks like a linen-y, or not linen. I'm not
it's
sure what the
not. Yeah, you
material is
can tell
either.
it's not like a nice blue jacket. It's like,
Hmm. Okay,
like
you don't think so?
men's designer, men's warehouse, or whatever that place is.
Is that a bad place to go?
Well, I just you just know Sonny, like the original Sonny, wouldn't shop there. He'd have
No,
custom
that's
tailored
true.
suits.
That's the place that for it has like 2 for 1 suit sometimes, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Which is probably a bad sign.
A little bit. I don't know. I think that's all they have in some places, like up here. But
Yeah. I
Sonny's in New
just
York.
uh I just customized my Carhartt overalls
Oh,
the other night, and I
yeah.
thought I was being so clever because I was like, "Oh, that's so much better." Like it's so
Uh
hot.
oh. I
Like
don't like
I
where
I
this is going.
yeah.
Did you
Anyway,
create
so I
cutouts,
cut them
like some
off.
ass cheek cutouts or something? Oh, you
No,
cut
no,
them
no. I
off.
kept them kind of no, I kept them long, sort of capri length was what I was thinking.
Oh boy, that
Anyway,
sounds
and
like
and
Appalachian Carhartts or
yeah, and
something.
so I'm wearing them and they're cut off, and the old man says that looks weird. Um,
Trust him, Gia.
and for him to actually speak up,
When a man only says 5 things a day, Gia,
I
listen.
know, I know. So I was like, oh, so we decided it was because we decided because I had just cut them, and they weren't really frayed yet or anything. They just look just so I rolled them up.
Oh,
I just
geez.
rolled them up a little bit, and
Could
anyway,
you
and
hold
then
on? I have to get Sarah Weber on the line.
and I went about my business, which was to go out and do a
And what?
job.
Do a
And
job, in quotes. What was the job?
I was playing some music, and anyway, I rolled them up.
At a
But I
hoot
so I
nanny?
so somebody just sent pictures, and I look so stupid. I mean, more stupid than usual, which is hard to do.
Oh,
Like, so
Gia.
that's not a
Well,
good length. So I might have to go ahead and make them shorts. Like, they just look
oh no,
weird.
Gia. Gia, the lesson here is to put down the scissors. Put down the scissors, Gia.
Well, Carhartts are so heavy. You have Carhartts, right?
I know, and I've told you I threw out all my shorts. Right now I'm wearing like full length Carhartts and I'm very, very hot and
They're
uncomfortable.
hot. I mean, I know they're meant to like, go out and milk the cows and stuff, but
Yeah, and this is like the lighter weight, not like the really
yeah,
heavy
mine are like
bulletproof ones.
heavy. And they felt
Yeah,
great once I cut that leg off, but
yeah. Although a girl did compliment me on them the other day, which I couldn't really believe. I
oh.
like looked behind me, like what? I
What
said
what
they're.
well, tell me what she said because you might have
She-
misinterpreted. Uh-oh, I think the Cosmo is gone.
no. she
Uh,
she said. Oh God, I can't even like pretend. She said, "I like your pants," and I like whipped my head
mm.
around to see if anyone was behind me. And I was like, they're men's Carhartts. Like, you want to take that back? And she's like,
You wanna take
she said, my pants are are men's pants too. And I was like, oh, a kindred spirit. And I said, I sometimes forget there's even a women's department. And she sort
I
of
don't
nodded.
yeah, I don't know. I don't want to like frighten you, but I think you're dating someone now.
She's quite young.
Well,
Huh. Wow.
Mazel tov. So,
Thank you. Thanks, Gia. Although since then, I too have taken the scissors to something, not my
oh,
pants, but my
your
hair.
hair? Oh
Yeah,
no. Oh
yeah.
no.
I
You
only
have
made
you have
four cuts.
unfortunate bangs now or something?
No, I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to do bangs at this point. But yeah, only 4 cuts. So it took about 40 seconds.
Would
And
you put a bowl on your head and have the kid kind of shear it around or
I don't think she could do any better, to be honest. Her
yeah,
hand coordination is not that great.
not so
So
great. Yeah.
yeah, but I it's fine because I work remotely. I I only ever go to like the hardware store, Lowe's, Home Depot. My loop in my world is very
It's
small.
small. Yeah.
You
I
know,
went into a home decor kind of place today or whatever it was to get this
yeah.
martini glass and
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh huh.
that was expanding my circle a little bit. It was kind
Yeah,
of
I
fun.
bet they had someone following you, and you probably didn't even notice.
It was a
Were you
huge
wearing your
place, but
Were you wearing your cut off overalls at that point?
I was wearing a different pair of overalls,
I bet
not cut off, but actual like hemmed. hemmed
So
overall shorts, but
how
just
many days a week do you wear something that's an overall?
um
7?
like how many days are
Or in a week?
do we have?
7.
Yeah. Well, in spite of my choosing tequila over the loaf of bread, I'm stout right now, so
Mm.
my pants don't fit. What are you going to do? The
Oh,
overalls are a lifesaver, but
I guess that's true. Boy, when I catch a glimpse of myself in a window, it's very, very
let's not go
disappointing.
down this path because
Okay, sorry,
we're not
sorry.
even talking about General Hospital anymore.
I know. Now we're
Okay,
just going to be weepy
let's
drunk.
yeah, no, I know that nobody needs to see that.
No, that's
Um,
true. I want to let end on
let's
a happy note.
yeah, let's finish up on something hospital-y.
That was
Like what did we like? I like that it's a whodunit now. I enjoy a little whodunit.
Yeah, and that was
Um,
like that episode, like when Ava got stabbed, and the episode after that, like I could not wait for that. Like I usually try to wait and watch the show closer to when we're gonna be recording, so it's
yeah,
fresh in my.
yeah,
I
but
couldn't
you
wait. I
had to
had to.
see, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I liked, of course, that Dex. It was a
Mm-hmm.
little weird that he suddenly appeared, but
Yeah.
the Dex action there and saving Ava and bringing
Mm-hmm.
he and Joss together again,
And
and it was like
Joss
she
was
almost
all.
she couldn't remember Cam's name when she was
I
talking to
know.
Dex.
I
She was like,
know. Yeah.
my boyfriend, yeah, that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
He's
Exactly.
12, and you're much more intriguing, and
Intriguing.
you're
Yeah.
worldly and intriguing, and you've been a soldier, and so we know where that's going. I
I
just think
know.
that's going to be
That's
a
gonna be rough.
great entanglement. I look forward to that tremendously because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
it's going to be so good because Michael's going to be involved. It's his
Oh,
sister
yeah, yeah.
and the
He's gonna
double
be so
crossing. And
against it, and then
oh,
Sonny, they're
yeah.
gonna like be bitchy with Sonny, like, how can you let your guy
Yeah.
sniff around
Yep.
Joss?
Yep. It's going to
Yeah.
be I don't know. It'll be good though. I like that entanglement. I look forward
Hmm.
to it.
Yeah, and
Um
I wonder how what the thought process was when they decided the writers decided, okay, who's gonna find Ava? Because
yeah, right.
there were
Right.
supposedly plenty of
Yeah.
doctors and nurses on the property.
Supposedly. It was funny that they had no, like, this is a big fundraiser, and they must not have had
Hmm.
the cash for extras because we only saw our regular
Or even,
characters.
yeah, not even many of
Just kind
them.
of wandering around in the dark. Like, these are like
Yeah,
college parties that I used to attend where you'd be
that's
wandering
true.
around, like keg
Yeah,
parties, like wandering around in the dark, just bumping into people, having weird
yeah,
encounters,
yeah.
and be like,
Like Halloween,
did you take the whatever? Like, yeah, and then, like,
another piece of the puzzle. Everyone. Um, I liked also when Joss was trying to like get up and like, of course, I don't know why she didn't have her phone in this one instance, but like, and Ava
yeah,
wanted her to
yeah.
stay with her.
Oh, right. And she actually showed a little humanity, and yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
Ava just seemed very vulnerable. It made you kind of feel for
yeah,
her,
yep,
even if you
yep.
didn't already. But
And I
yeah.
like that Joss, you know, respects that Trina is
Hmm.
friends with
Yes,
Ava. He doesn't try
yes,
to talk her out of
right,
that. And
right. Yeah, I thought even Ava's hands were doing a good job of acting. When they were
Ava's
kind of
just
hovering over.
tops. She is
Yeah,
tops
through
in
and
every
through.
way.
And
Yep.
I hated her to begin with, so I'm a
I
total
know.
convert now.
I know.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Dex? Are you coming around on Dex?
Not yet. I have your
Not
voice in
yet?
my head, but still not yet.
Okay.
I
You're
guess because
gonna
I still don't know what kind of a person he is
Well, he's
ultimately.
creepy, obviously. I mean, the
Yeah,
fact that he'll take a job like that makes him a creep.
yeah,
Um,
that's true. Yeah,
but that's all right. We need creeps. And
they help make the world go round.
that's right. So
Okay.
anyway,
Hmm.
I'm liking it. I'm digging it. I thought we had a better couple days, so
Yeah, we
I was
did, and we're
happy.
still
We were
lots
happy.
of things to watch and find out.
It might just be the alcohol, but I feel pretty happy right now.
That's good. That's good. I
Yeah.
hope it lasts, Gia.
I've got a
Oh
little bit
dear.
more, and then I'm gonna eat the olives, and then I'll probably just nod off here on the couch.
Poor Rory's gonna have his hands full.
Well, he fixed
Mm.
himself. He made a gin, and we didn't have any tonic, but he made gin and like club soda and some lemon
Ooh,
juice,
okay,
kind of a
okay.
beverage. Tasted pretty
Just
good. Tasted kind of gin and tonic-y.
okay. He just wanted to
Okay.
sort of shore himself up so he could cope with you.
He saw that I brought home the Tanqueray, and he's like, ooh, you know.
Partay.
He remembered his youth suddenly, and
Oh,
like,
nice,
oh
Rory.
yeah,
Bless his
yeah,
heart.
yep.
Good
Anyway,
man.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've nattered on for
We
Jesus. Oh
really
my gosh,
have,
we've
and
gone
I
for a
don't know
really
if
long
any of
time.
this
Yeah,
was, yeah,
yeah. But
may
we
have
had a
gotten
good
ourselves in
time.
trouble. Yeah.
And actually, I have a question for you. We'll sign off, and I can ask you the question later. But
Okay.
a
You sure
business
it's not?
question.
Oh, okay.
Business.
Business question. Okay.
Business question.
All right,
But
Gia.
thank you to all our listeners. And you have probably haven't been here a year, but we've been here a year, and
Yes,
nobody's more shocked than us. We're really enjoying it. So
we are. We are. Yeah,
we think you're terrific people if you're
we really
here,
do. And even if we
and
criticize parts of hospital, we still love it deeply,
deeply, yes,
deeply, passionately.
to the marrow. Yep, yep.
Yes,
Die
yes.
hard. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right.
So hang with us, people, and thanks for listening. And we'll talk in a few days.
Yes, we will. Okay, Gia.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Talk to you later, Keish.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.